Well, here I am. Up in the tower of an abandoned insane asylum. Wearing a straitjacket, talking to myself. Okay, enough with the disguise. The things I do for Lily's brain. Well, if I'm gonna get to the top of this thing, I'd better start hiking.
That's a long drop. Well, now that we've made it past Crispin, we find ourselves in the Ascent of Thorney Towers. This area is a bit distressing. And we are being stalked by some kind of creature through these cracks. We are also being stalked, most terribly by the rats. That squeaking noise you hear is the sound of rats somewhere off screen. And they are, bar none, the worst regular enemy in the game.
Yep.
I got to go up those stairs. The rats themselves are obviously very easy to kill. One side blast took out both of those. But the thing about the rats is that they are abundant and extremely damaging. You saw from me accidentally punching that one that it exploded, and I still took, I believe, what was that, 3 hits of damage? That's painful. Here's Benny's brain, by the way.
Benny. I thought it would be smaller.
Off the top of my head, I'm not aware of any other enemy that does that much damage in just one accidental hit. And the rats, unfortunately, have this tendency to explode violently. Their attack hits a particular range cloud around them, and it's larger than you would think it is. There should be more, yeah, over there. Now you'll notice when they explode, that they leave behind that little cloud of confusion gas, actually. The explosion is larger than that. You can still get hit and not take the explosion, or sorry, the confusion damage. Of course, it's also very easy to get hit and take the confusion damage. The rats are not a fun thing to fight. This thing, I'm not entirely sure what that is. A wrecking ball that got caught in there? Anyway, I was checking down here to just make sure there were no, missing collectibles. No such luck. Same over here. You might notice that I'm making significant use of the levitation ball. Obviously it's not for expediting movement. This area is very cramped, and levitating is not actually all that great for making your way around. But it does cast a pretty good amount of light around Raz, and looking into those dark corners without modifying my settings is basically the only way to do it. There's not much of a reason, those are usually just dead ends with nothing to speak of. But I like being thorough.
Oh!
Yep. Another brain in the corner. Looks like it's Bobby's.
Bobby Zilch? I didn't know you had a brain. Man, I wish you were here for that joke, Bobby.
Alas. Now, what I was looking at in that particular camera seizure was a strange reflection in the window that suggested there were stairs going into the background. I'm not entirely sure what that was about, because there are pretty clearly no stairs here. I'm not sure if it's just a weird oh, what's the word? Overlay effect? Like, the game makes the walls a little bit less opaque until you see through them and oh god, rats. Right, semi-transparent walls so that you can see all the way through back to the stairs. Or if it's just a... if it's a... Huh. If it was intentional. Much like that wheelchair, as a matter of fact. To be perfectly honest, I don't know if that was just a misplacement of the model, or if that wheelchair is actually supposed to be floating. I could believe either, to be honest. This area is very... weird. Rats. You can still... yeah, sorry. You can see that the environment is already starting to go at a weird tilt. Which is suggesting that we're making progress, but it's also a little bit... well, odd. To say the least. Now, the platforming in this area, just, the tower in general, is a little bit confusing, I have to admit. Because you can levitate and get so much height off your jumps, a lot of the jumps the game is expecting you to do can actually just be bypassed. For instance, one of my earlier runs in this particular section, when I was trying to remember how this place actually worked, I basically went backwards. What you're supposed to do is climb up here, jump around this, use that board as a tightrope, and get over to this brain.
Elka Doom. Maybe I should let JT have some time alone before I return this brain.
But it's very easy to just hop up to this to begin with, or even to hop up to these sides, which you are expected to do some acrobatics to get over to. Like this particular jump, you can get to that first platform just by using a regular levitation jump. No problems. Okay, rats. Confusion rats. Again, they deal substantial damage, 3 brains worth, and they come in packs, which is the other big problem. They also, as you can see, confuse you, and if you're not expecting that, you can wind up throwing yourself off the cliff very easily. I almost fell right off the side of the building there, but fortunately landed somewhere a little more stable and could wait it out. If I had not thrown myself off, though, I probably would have been hit by another, at least 2 more rats. I can tank it, but that's a lot of damage. And I still would have been thrown off the cliff, so good job, me. Now, this is around the point where the actual environment is going to begin exhibiting some, strangeness. For instance, we hop up on this bed, and find ourselves on the wall. Oh god, rats. No. not doing this. You see there that I managed to kill that one and still exploded in my face. Wonderful. Anyway, yeah, we are presently on the wall. Physics seems to have abandoned us because those lights aren't hanging. We're just... not where we should be. So the beds are still on the floor. Not really sure what's going on here. Also, there's some horrible miasma in there. And of course, rats. Nice trail of about 6, and more to come. Wonderful. Love it. Sure what that green gunk down there is actually supposed to be. Liquefied titanium, maybe? Obviously the rats have been drinking it and that's why they explode into confusion gas, but that's, kinda weird. Yep! And right down there is a brain. Quentin.
Yo, Quentin. Good to see your brain again.
The jumps around here are a little bit tricky sometimes, but, fortunately the way this place is designed, if you wind up falling off, you're usually not at too much of a penalty. My god, my tongue. You maybe lose a few minutes of, progress, but you're never really gonna, like, fall off the edge of this and get yourself killed, and why is that light upside down? Oh, there are beds on the ceiling now. Huh. Yeah, you're never gonna lose substantial progress. This is another one of those areas that's kind of confusing. It's a platform. There are a couple of different ways to get up to the top, and they kind of meet up with each other at some weird points. And I'm honestly not really sure what the intended pathway is.
Yep.
I guess whichever one gets you the most collectibles. Rats on a spit. The cart all the way down there. Just glide to it. And as you can see, we can go backwards or forwards up this particular path. It kind of broke both ways, so I guess it makes it a little bit easier to get the collectibles and continue along without having to do a lot of backtracking. But it's kind of disorienting. And I'm pretty sure it's about to be filled. Yep, there it is. Not dealing with this. You might have also noticed at certain intervals, like looking in those windows, or popping up a little bit in the background, is our mysterious stalker. We can't hurt them. They're just watching us. Like, there. End of the pathway. Now, this is kind of interesting and a little bit confusing just from a video game standpoint, if you know what to expect from most game design. Up above, there are 3 different tightropes that connect over to the roof there. And you can follow any of them. They'll take you to the roof no matter what, and you can reach them all very easily from the roof, depending on where you are. And they lead you to absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. You can't jump over the roof thing there. You're not meant to go up it. It's just there. Kinda strange.
Yep.
Why did I do that? Also, there's a suspended toilet seat, which I never noticed before, but that's odd. And a brain.
Huh. Phoebe's brain is warmer than the others.
Also visible from this standpoint is the pathway to another brain. Dogen's, specifically, and I'm not gonna lie, I always miss this one.
Dogen Pool. I told you I'd get your brain back.
Make your way up this very carefully, because rats will keep spawning, or you could just ignore it and hop over here.
Yay! Woohoo! Crystal's brain. Let's hear it for thinking.
Woo! Now over there is a bed that you can jump up and give you a little bit more height, which unfortunately is also being guarded by an army of rats, and there we go. Right, back to the bed. That'll let you bypass part of the rat army on the other side, but it also means that you're going to be missing the easiest way to get that challenge marker in there. That being just by jumping up on top of this first wall and hopping over to it. And if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the only challenge marker on the Ascent. Everything else is cards and brains. Oh, now we're getting specific orders to leave. We can't do that, but I just can't get through this door.
Doesn't look like it's gonna budge.
Fortunately, we have awesome psychic powers, so chairs are not an issue. And down the other hole. Oh, a brain.
Clem's brain. 3 cheers for brains!
Wait, no. Keep going. There we go. So neat little thing. You can still see the camp off in the distance. That glowing bit, I believe, is the coach's area. And everything else is still there, all nice and waiting for us. And that is Nils.
To think that every cell in Nils' brain is dedicated to the ladies.
This is your last warning! Go back down right now or you'll be very, very sorry!
And that ominous thunderclap and high-pitched squeaky voice tell us that we are at the end of the difficult part of the Ascent. Just make sure that we've got everything that we need. Yep. And up we go. Oh, look, when the bird sees us, he hits a button. I wonder what we do.
How can something as small as Vernon's brain hold so many boring stories?
Hey, I thought that story about the walk with Lady was pretty interesting.
I hate that guy.
Anyway, we can now, remove this bird. I think you can actually take care of him through, different means than going invisible. It looked like you could target him and possibly toss him off his perch. Although I don't recall having ever tried it myself. We also can't just throw him off the tower, which is always unfortunate.
Worthless! These brains are worthless, Shigo. Just like the one in your head.
No, they're nice. They're nice brains, Dr. Lobato. Really?
They're too nice. They won't fight. I need killers. I need angry brains. I squeeze them, I poke them, I twist them. What do I have to do to make them fight? Maybe I should try my drill.
I'm not gonna bring you any more brains if you're gonna be so mean to them.
No matter what I do?
No matter what.
Not even if I...
Don't!
Not even if I cook you a little...
Doctor, no!
A little turtle soup?
Please, Dr. Lobato, no!
A nice hot turtle soup. Mm-hmm. Nothing better on a cold night like this than some boiling hot soup.
You need Mr. Pokey Lobato!
Oh, okay. You sure?
No! I mean, yes!
All right. Oh, why don't I just go ahead and heat you up a cup? It's made of turtles! Turtles that you love! Isn't that right, Mr. Pokey-Lo? Okay. Well, maybe I'll just make some for myself. Bring me a good brain, Shigo, or Mr. Pokey-Lo becomes Mr. Smash! Smoky Loop! Smoky Loop! When you're a dentist, you have to learn to have a sense of humor, you know. It helps to calm the patients down.
What an evil, villainous man. Well, looks like we're gonna have to retrieve those brains somehow.
There's the brain vision. It says scale prototype on the side. 1/4 actual size. Uh-oh.
Well, it sounds like a big tank. I might as well just charge in. I can take Loboto.
Aha! What's this? Why, it's a nice little precious juicy brain wrapped up in some sort of boy-shaped gobbledygook. Well, we'll soon have all that excess tissue removed, and then we can slip that brain into something more comfortable. Shigor! That package General Oleander mentioned has arrived. Please take it up to the holding area and keep it fresh until I'm ready to stick in my thumb and pull out a plum.
I tried to warn you.
Listen, the man you're working for is a deranged lunatic.
I know. I hate him. But if I don't do what he says, he'll...
Cook your little turtle from the inside out. Shigor, hostage situations like this are always extremely delicate. I'll have to extract Mr. Pokelope from his prison using my psychic powers. After which, this Loboto character should be fairly trivial to neutralize.
Yes, because once we get Mr. Pokelope back, he'll tell us what to do. He always tells me what to do.
Yes?
That sounds like a plan.
Sasha, Mia, Lily.
Raz, you came.
Of course I did. We gotta get you out of here.
Look! The coach must have lured Sasha and Mia here on official Psychonauts business and then ambushed them with sneezing powder. They're completely brainless.
I know. I saw their brains downstairs. Listen, first things first. I was thinking about what you said about us making out.
Yeah? Oh man, I'm so glad he showed up. I was just starting to feel slightly less phlegmy. Wait, he didn't just hear. Ah! Get away from me. Stop reading my mind. Go rebrain Sasha and Mia so they can help us break this lock.
This isn't really the time, Raz.
I'll have to extract Mr. Pokelope from his prison using my psychic powers.
Yes, because once we get Mr. Pokelope, don't even try it!
Sorry.
TV.
Can't get a good grip.
Unfortunately, we can't just drag them out of the chairs, although I don't really know what that would accomplish. We did get a birthday cake, though.
Okay, then we'll talk about that making out thing later.
Why do boys have no concept of a moment? That was a moment. This is not a moment. Sheesh.
Hey,
Not
I
right
totally
away,
understand,
no.
I swear.
But a revenge that painful would take lots of planning anyway.
Come on, brainless Mia. Time to blow out the candles. Hey, Sasha, wake up! Cake! Hey, would you mind if I just ate this cake myself?
Mr. Pokelope!
Huh. Let me just drop down save here. There's a perfectly good, legitimate reason for doing that.
Elton, what can I tell you? You were right. The old legends were true.
There's another brain back here.
Welcome back to the thinking world, Mikhail.
Another card. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that is everything in the vicinity. Yes, it is. So, before we go ahead and pick up Mr. Pokelope, we are actually going to head back to Agent Cruller and get these kids rebrained.
Huh?
I need to regroup back at HQ.
Affirmative. Prepare for extraction.
Rebrained and also get these cobwebs turned into cards. And if you didn't notice, I at no point actually returned any of the cobwebs from the inmates to here, so that's a lot of stuff waiting for us. A lot of stuff, and I actually do not have sufficient cores to turn everything in yet. I believe I was missing just the one. But that's okay, because we got our infinite ammo upgrade. Not that ammo has ever been a problem throughout the game, but it's nice to have. Anyway, brains.
Good. Now?
And that's how the coach is planning to take over the world.
Wow, that is so not chill. Hey, where's Phoebe?
We're gonna be rebraining her really soon.
Well, when she comes out, she's gonna want to hit stuff. I better go wait by her drums.
And that's why we have to find Lily right away.
That is some crazy stuff, guys. I'm kinda glad I was out for most of it. Well, with the world ending and everything, I should probably go see what girls want to make out one last time.
So I said, brain her? I don't even know her. Crystal. Scared? You better believe I was scared. You'd have to be a fool not to be. But the trick is to never let them see you sweat.
Wow, I guess that's what those squirrels were trying to tell me.
Huh?
They kept saying the tiny man is gonna kill everyone. I thought they were talking about me. Oh man, I have to go apologize.
No, I promise you. You didn't drool at all.
Is Milka okay?
Yeah, she's waiting for you down by the docks.
Gotcha.
Hey, do you want to help us save the... Okay, is making out all anyone thinks about in this place? And that is how I beat the hideous hulking lungfish of Lake Oblongata.
So, does the coach, does he have an evil sidekick? A yes man? Or a lick spittle? Anything?
Not sure. Why?
No reason. Bye.
So that's who's been kidnapping all the kids.
Oh man, I just want to burn that coach. Hey, where's Quentin?
He's waiting for you at band practice.
He better not be painting the wrong band name on my drums again.
That's a good question. But I didn't taste it, so I don't really know the answer for sure.
Well, if Brain Tank come after Mikhail, it will be sorry. Better go find Tiny Boss, see what is planned.
And then the lungfish ate me and we became best friends.
Oh my god.
I know.
I mean, oh my god!
I know.
Nils!
Yes, and because you got your brain stolen and I didn't, yes, I do. I think I'm better than you.
Aha! I knew it! Well, you're wrong! Have fun dying!
And so that's what happened to your brain.
Wow, what an amazing story. I mean, that is a really, really good story. And you know what the best part is? I'm in it. I better go write that whole thing down before we all get killed.
And that's how I earned all my merit badges.
OMG! I feel so stupid for throwing myself off the roof now!
What? Why did you throw yourself off the roof?
Because the poison didn't work. Listen, I have to go. The world could use some major league cheering right about now.
Agent Cruller?
What is the current situation?
All of my classmates are terrible.
I'd better go. Lots of work to do.
Good luck, Rasputin.
Anyway, that is everybody. Everybody has been rebrained. Except the duck. So now that we've done that, it is time to hit the field again.
Agent
We'll
Cruller?
actually be going through
What is the current
a little
situation?
victory tour and talking to the kids
I'm ready to go back into
a bit
the field.
later.
Okay, let's see if I remember exactly where you were.
But for now, we've got a crazy dentist to stop. And a turtle to save. And as you can see, the crow is just gone. Not sure what's up with him. But he's dead now. Now the game won't let us attack Lobato.
He made him his favorite chocolate cake, and he can't even come up here to enjoy it.
But you can hear, poor Shigor screaming about chocolate cake. And also, just stole that brain right from his hand. You can't really do anything with it, though. So kind of make it drop to the floor, all goopy-like. Ew. Anyway, Mr. Pokilo.
That poor little turtle. If only I could reach in there and save him. But I can't.
Right here, right now, so he can tell.
Mr. Pokelope, if you could move just under that hole there, then I could lift you straight out. Could you do that for me? Huh?
Rah, it's just a turtle. But a turtle that loves chocolate cake.
Shigor, please! Open a window if you're gonna do that.
Right, chocolate cake, sorry. And he heads right over to us and we're holding it.
Come on, Mr. Pokelope. Come and get your cake.
So now it's just a matter of flinging him violently out of his cell.
Don't worry, Mr. Pokelope. I'll get you back to Shigor right away.
Mr. Pokelope! Oh, Mr. Pokelope! I was so scared! Now you're back, Mr. Pokelope, and you'll tell us what to do! Right? You've got a plan or something, right, Mr. Pokelope? Right?
That's right, baby. Daddy's here. Everything's gonna be alright. Now here's what we're gonna do.
Okay, something for you. It's a really, really good one.
That's what you always say, Shigor.
No, this one is really special. It's a fighter.
No, just leave it there, and I'll get to it right after I'm done with this experiment.
Okay.
Don't worry, baby. Just make sure I get put in that old tank, and Daddy will take care of business.
I can't watch.
It really says something that the talking turtle brain is not the weirdest thing we've seen today.
I'll guard your body and we'll get your brain back really soon. It's doing important work right now. It's on a mission.
So is this gonna be like an open mouth kiss, or?
Raz, go get Sasha and Mia's brains back so you can all bust me out of here.
Right.
Alright, fine.
So, did you say they knew I was coming?
Yeah, that little army man ought to be here any second.
Huh. Well, that's a little worrying, but if we can get their brains back quick enough, it shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. There it is. Good work, Shigor. Now all we have to do is get it in the brain tank somehow.
Careful there now. It's time to make the soup.
Mr. Pokilo, please, my king. La 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 la, everything.
Nice and easy.
You're so funny, Mr. Pokelope. Someone's got chocolate breath. Someone does.
But Rasputin, recranialization of an adult brain without surgery.
That's a very advanced procedure. How did you know how to do it?
Well, I've studied it a little. But Shigor here knows more about handling brains than anyone I've ever met.
Really? You know, I've been thinking about getting a lab assistant.
Shigor, darling, do you know where all of the other children's brains are?
Well, if you can lead us to them, we can bring them back to their owners immediately.
Ahem.
Immediately after we break young Miss Zanado here out of her restraints.
Well, the brains are in the children, so I don't think you're going to worry about it. Now...
Rasputin, instead of that, why don't you help me free Mrs. Zanado?
That's nice, darling, but why don't you help us instead?
In a minute. Freeing Lily is going to kick off the end game.
Raz, come on, we need your help.
So I think it would be best to save the occasion for next time.
Mia, let's try it without the Omega phasing.